Good day, everyone, and this is Attorney Anthony Reeves, and I'm bringing you today's Legal Beat. Today, we're going to start something new. It's what I'd like to call Q&A today. I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of questions sent to me, and what I found is that I tried to give detailed videos for each one, but this is what I'm going to try now. I'm going to give you the quick answers to the various questions that I have, and if by some reason my answers are not good enough and you want me to give a more expansive video just on that one particular topic, either shoot me a comment here or shoot me a message through YouTube, or you can just go to my website at www.reedsfirm.com and you can shoot me an email. Either way, I'll make sure I address it. So let's go ahead and get jumping on today's questions of the day. All right. Somebody contacted me and wanted to know the following. In the interest of privacy, I'm not going to announce their usernames or anything like that. I'm just going to go over the questions here. But as you can see below, I'm giving you the list of all the questions and I'm answering them accordingly. Someone asked the questions is at what point in time should they let Social Security know about a new condition that disables them if they are currently on disability benefits? I always tell people that you can let Social Security know at any time during the course of the Social Security process and even after you've gotten disability benefits. Now, here's the kicker. Once you're on disability benefits, for purposes of your case, they're not going to do any new medical development. So you don't have to tell them about any new condition unless they're doing a continuing disability review. That means your case is up for review for Social Security. So you don't have to tell them. And I also got to throw out there that even if you do tell them now, if there's no review going on, they're probably not going to do a whole lot with that information. Now, the person asked again, do I want a review or what? Meaning, do I want to ask for a review if I have a new condition that renders me disabled? And this comes into play when people worry that their original condition may no longer disable them. Should they go ahead and ask for a review and ask Social Security to review their new condition? Let me be very clear with that. Do not do that. Okay? Social Security is going to review you on their own time. Now, unless you just want to be put in a position where they'll cut your benefits off sooner, by all means, go ahead and tell them. But if you contact Social Security and tell them that you want a review because you're worried that one of your conditions may no longer be disabled, but you have a new one that renders you disabled, you basically are telling the Social Security Administration, look at my case and determine if I'm still disabled. And then if they cut your benefits off sooner, you would have contributed to them doing that. Basically, you would have told them to go ahead and do it. They're going to do a review every 3 to 5 years. That's typically how they do it. And at that time, that's when you need to bring them up to speed with about your medical condition. While your new medical condition is ongoing, keep going for treatment on it. So if you know that you've got a new condition that's rendering you disabled, keep getting treatment. Trust me, it'll all come around. Now, again, the question then becomes another question is how do I get that new information into consideration during the disability review? Good question. What you do is you tell Social Security, and just like when you apply for disability benefits, they will get those records for you. So now, don't get me wrong, they will always appreciate if you have extra medical records that you want to pass on to them. But if they're doing a continuing disability review, what they're doing is they're comparing the last time they found you disabled to how you are now. They are going to get those medical records for you up to the first stage. I think it's the first 2 stages of the disability review process. So they'll take care of that. Now here's the other thing. The other question is, well, what happens after a review and I get denied? Well, two things. You can either continue your appeal, and then this is what I tell you: either continue your appeal, or you can tell them to drop it. Now, here's another. I'm glad this question was asked because here's a catch. If you're receiving disability benefits, they will give you the option of whether or not you want to continue receiving disability benefits while you go through the review process. If you elect to, they usually give you 10 days, and they don't play with that 10 days. Either you tell them within that 10 days or not. If you tell them yes, here's something you need to be aware of. Typically, they do a paper review, and then if you appeal that, you then get a review before a disability hearing officer. If you get denied there, you then have to go before a judge. All during that time period, you typically can keep your disability benefits going. If you get denied by a judge, you may have to reimburse Social Security for all that money they paid you from the time they originally determined that you were not disabled all the way up to the time that the judge found that you were not disabled. So keep that in mind. Also, during that window of the disability review, you can't really file for a new application. That new application you can file is once you get denied by a judge. At that particular point, if you want to file a new application, you can. So I hope that helps as well. Now, someone asked, can Social Security be sued for withholding a retroactive payment for over 8 months? My thing is, you can sue for almost anything, but then the question would be, why would you? In this particular instance, if Social Security has withheld your money, they've got it. Now, they may be slow on getting it out to you, and I can tell you they've been moving a lot faster lately. But why don't you, before you decide to think about dragging them into court, find out? Because if they've got your retroactive pay, either one of two things have happened. One, you've already won your case, so for whatever reason, they're just slow on getting it out to you. Or two, there may be something that you owe money for that they're trying to hold your money for. So before you start thinking about dragging someone into court, do that first and find out what's going on with your money. Okay, now, someone asked with regards to the exams from Social Security, does the physical exam I took from a Social Security doctor play a part in if the doctor said that he thinks I should get my benefits? The answer is yes. When Social Security sends you to their doctors, they send you for what we call a consultative evaluation. That doctor typically does, it can be anywhere from a few minutes to longer, depending on the length of the examination. And that examination is helpful when looked at in totality with all of your other medical evidence. So, will they consider it? Absolutely. But remember, they look at it in terms of the weight of all the medical evidence. That means if you got a consultative doctor by Social Security that says that you're disabled, and then all of a sudden the rest of your doctors say that you're not disabled, then that doctor's report from Social Security is not going to be as helpful as you think it is. So keep that thought in the back of your mind. All right, let me check out. Is there anything else here? Let me see, make sure. Nope, I think that's it. Again, I tell everybody, if you have any questions, please, by all means, I look forward to reviewing them, and I look forward to going over them. I'm going to start doing this Q&A today on Mondays. And if you have any more questions, if the questions that I answered them for you in enough detail, please let me know if I didn't. And if I didn't, I'll be more than happy to do a video this week, basically going in greater detail about the particular question that you have. I hope that helps you out. Enjoy your week, and thank you for visiting me here, Anthony Reeves, attorney, on the Legal Beat. And today is your Q&A today.